Deal with a drip, mind too tight. Go find some of the grew up rich, I grew up poor. Had to hustle, be mature. That's my point of view. That's my point of view.
Hello everybody, it's your girl Gigi Lamaine, aka Inkosazane Yasekasi, and welcome to yet another episode of POV with your girl Gigi Lamaine. Now, shout out to everybody who's subscribed. Super excited. And of course, we have our original panelists here with me today. On our left, our moral play card. Shout out to my girl Zah. And on my right, the most disruptive person in the room. He is the wild card, the child who plays the drums. It is, of course, my boy Black Slim. And of course, she is as problematic as her name. Wena Palesa, Wena Lerato, but she goes by the name of Mbali. Shout out to you for making a return. And shout out to our amazing crew. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Of course, follow us, POVXGIGI, Twitter, Instagram. And guys, now we have Threads. So please go out and follow us on Threads. It's an absolutely amazing time to be alive.
Are you guys on
so much choice. Yes, and I'm not picking up the way I want to. Like, I've only got 6,000 followers. Like, I saw Bunkem Mudisele, and she's like cruising. She's like flying, guys. I've literally, at this point, got 6,810 followers.
I heard that if you delete it, though, then you...
Instagram goes.
Yeah, that was like my...
Your Instagram goes?
Yeah.
How don't you know that?
Yeah.
So I've made a pact.
Yeah.
You can't delete it, basically. You can't delete it.
So this is with Mark, eh? It's not with Elon.
I think it's with Mark.
Yeah.
With Mark,
Elon reminds me of Nota a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, a lot.
Yo.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like Elon.
No comment.
Something.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think one of them is definitely a lot like the other. Very problematic.
I get you.
Very, very. Speaking of something that's like, I don't know if it's problematic, but a friend of mine is about to be, I don't want to say a friend of mine, somebody I know, is about to be released from prison. And he's dropping a song.
Whoa,
and Nota actually spoke about it with the Department of Correctional Services. How do you guys feel about that? Like, people being integrated into society after they've, done something, and like, is it something you're willing to hear? Because I mean, the last time we heard something like this was with Chup Chup, right?
Yeah.
Where he came out, and then Geko Patwarelo, he was with Tepo Tula on a song. And this guy's extremely nervous. I know that he comes out in September.
Okay.
He knew the industry. So when he was when he ended up in prison, everyone was like shocked. Yeah. And I know he's somebody that Nota might know as well. But like, how do you guys feel about people being integrated into society, after going through that whole boot camp,
Bro, we're starting off hot.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, what did he do?
I don't really want to speak on it because I don't really know.
Okay.
I prefer for him to tell his own story. Yeah. But like, I saw a clip by Nota where he was basically, I don't know if I can play it here, but where Nota was basically like talking about, was it retribution? Advert.
Okay. Let me say
Let me play this for you, just before you decide.
Quite tricky.
Okay. This is so hard. Okay.
If I have to spend 90 days behind bars for the Super Mega, I'll spend 90 days behind bars for the Super Mega. You understand? Yeah. And already, the guys in the prisons have already said, yo, we're waiting for you here. We've got your VIP section. You're going to have your own bed. You're going to be nice. You're going to be treated cool. You think that I don't have people inside?
Oh, so you inside?
No, I'm just saying, you don't think... I was just inside the other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Second one. Sorry, I think I played the wrong one.
Just let it. You just get the
Wait, hold on. Maybe it'll give I don't know, inspiration to whoever wants to answer. Yeah. Okay, the next one. I think this is the right one.
Ask us how we got the cell phone. But we've built a studio.
What about Fate?
They're at Cullinan right now. Kid X's hometown. They're at the Cullinan prison right now. They say we've built a studio and we've been recording and we'd like your guidance. We're leaving. We will be released in September. So that's in 6 months from now, or just over 6 months from now. We'll be released in September, and we want that by the time we're released, we at least can work on our music careers. And we won't go back into what got us here. Because we believe in the message that you've been sharing. So the devices are now inside the prisons. The devices are with our brothers who think that they are irredeemable. And I'm appealing to our brothers behind bars to say, it does not matter what you've done. It does not matter how irreversible it is. It doesn't matter even if you've taken lives, even if you've taken a life. Your soul can still be redeemed.
That's so poetic.
I just want to say there's a strain or something. I know there's something. No, apparently in prison there's something named after me. Yeah.
Are you having a proud moment right now?
I'm sorry. But you see, that's what we're faced with, right? Like, I don't know how to feel. How do you guys feel about that? Like, what you just heard?
Look, from my perspective,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'll go back to the Joop situation, right? It's like, bro, you killed kids. Like, I don't care, like, how dope your show is, right? Like, does anyone know how the parents of those four different, like, that's eight parents, right? Or four sets of parents, right? Feel about seeing imagine, bro, like, there's people get cancelled and they say, okay, cool, it's because I'm seeing this person every single day. Bro, this guy is on TV every week, trending every single week, right? And no one is revisiting the family, no one's revisiting what he did. I'm not saying there shouldn't be redemption, right? But bullshit is bullshit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, no one knows how those families are feeling. No one knows what they're going through. Imagine seeing the person who killed your kids, bro, like, trending
Yeah.
for
But I
exposing.
think-
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think after
Oh my
prison, you went to
God!
the
What did you
family.
just say?
Ladies are more.
I'm not part of this one.
Wow. Yeah, that too.
But honestly, I think
I don't even want
respect
to.
on that R.
So I don't know. That's just, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
give it. I'll give it to you guys. But in my opinion, bro, like, there is a level of what did you do, right? And you wanna. The reality is, from that voice note, this person wants to carry on
No,
like their
it's
life
actually a
continue.
video.
Or that video.
So shout out
right?
to the Hustlers Corner with
Yeah.
DJ Spood, like a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that person's life. He wants his life to go back to normal.
Yeah.
What about the people that were affected? How were their lives?
I think like what you're saying, it goes back to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that is, it depends on what he's done. I mean, if maybe like he's been a shoplifter all his life, or maybe not all, but for a while.
Yeah.
And then he goes in, and also being in there, like, did you get the help you're supposed to get? Because that's the whole point of going in, right? And you're given, say, 20 years or 15 years, whatever. Just do your time, right? Angazi le yama killing 4 kids. That's supposed to be life or 2 lives for all I care. Effectively, it's a life and it's a child. So those kids have their whole life ahead of them. Surely, you know,
and it wasn't
possibly.
an accident. On top of that.
They were not, and it would be a different story if maybe they were working on the highway, on the road or whatever. Those cars went right in. Life gone, just like that. Now I don't have an opportunity, I'm gone. You know? So I think it really depends.
But I think after prison, he went to visit the families.
Oh, Chup
Chup, yeah.
That's what I heard.
Or donated or something. But he did something after prison.
Is he doing it all the time? Like,
I'm not sure. I don't know.
But it's still unfair. Because Upumile manje, and he's doing good, he's doing amazing things for himself. But 4 kids, not 1, 4 guys. You can say, okay, begu iputa.
I don't agree.
4, and it was a short. How many years was it?
How long he was in prison for?
Yeah, no, now he's
I
out.
don't know.
I don't know, bro.
He's out before I have kids. He went in before I had kids.
Is it 10? Is it 10, guys? Yeah, I don't know.
It has to be.
You see? No, guys, I say no.
So are you guys basically saying
30,
that
40,
like
50.
people who are part of the penitentiary cannot be like rehabilitated into society?
They can.
It just depends on what they've done.
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah. I would agree with that, depending on what you've done. And also, like, what type of person you are when you get out. Like, if you want to get out
Big
and want to go be on my TV screen, bro, no.
You're demanding,
Yes, there's
Just
the
like
option of saying, yeah,
spit
but
in your face.
you choose to watch that.
Sure.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah.
Got you. And
Yeah.
what's his chats? He's coming back, yeah, to
Entertainment.
his show.
Chup, chup.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Okay.
aware.
Nobody really knows.
Yeah.
I don't wanna
Bali
say
is something everybody wants to know.
I don't want to say anything.
Excessive.
I'm gonna take the one because I already read it. So you're gonna forgive me. But according to popular thoughts, Mbali, are you a double adapter?
No.
That's what they got from the last episode. Is Mbali a double adapter?
No.
Jesus.
Am I? No.
Yo! I get.
So say it on screen. You're not a double adapter.
I'm not a double adapter. No.
What do you like?
I like penis. I like men.
Okay. No. You could have really just said.
You could have just said
like
men, bro.
Like okay. All right. Anyway, guys, this is the most exciting part of our.
Show.
This is one of the most exciting parts of our episode. This is what we call the shipping. Shipping, get it? If you don't forget about it. And this is where we ask a question to everybody here, and you have to answer as honestly as you can. Bali, we hope you've answered honestly. This is a safe space. And she says, no, guys, I am not a double adapter. Super excited. I've got a surprise for you guys. Later on, we are joined by producer extraordinaire MustbeDubz.
Yeah.
Come on.
So you guys need to make sure that you tune in for part 2. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Let's get it.
But before then, Mbali, since you were put on the line this week, you can draw from the shipping.
I hate this button.
Okay. What book, movie, read, or sin recently that you would recommend and why?
What book?
What book or movie?
Seen or
Seen or read?
No. Yeah, no, because Zine is like me. Is like
Oh shit.
No, let her read it again. Hold on, guys.
What book, movie you've read or seen that you've recommend and why? That you've recently seen and read.
And recommend. What movie would you recommend?
Yeah. Oh, Fatal Seduction.
I haven't watched it. I actually shout out to Mzansi. Okay, shout out. Guys, that's one of ours. That's one of ours. Okay. Right.
Yeah, I'm listening though.
Tell us.
Yeah.
It's seduction, guys. Should I spill the tea?
No, don't spill the tea. Like, just give a synopsis, like what it's about. And
It's about a lecturer dating having an affair with a young guy,
okay.
thinking her husband is cheating somehow, not really. Then there's a death from 10 years ago that is still being discovered, to be continued.
Can I ask a question? What is this like narrative, right, of all these series now making like sex the main thing? Like it's like everywhere, bro. Like it's like I'm not necessarily saying I'm super against it.
No, I hear you.
Like I was watching, like I
Slim and I can never be in a relationship.
Okay.
We would fight.
I love adulting. Like adulting, one of my closest friends is on that thing, and I love it, right?
Sure.
But I'm like, okay, cool, guys. It's like up in Mzansi, we just found out you can have sex on screen. Like
everywhere.
Like everywhere you look, bro. Netflix, Showmax, everywhere. It's just like what is
but
this
is it that
excitement?
Mzansi thing only? Because I just think
I swear, guys,
everywhere.
there's something called Fake Profile. It's on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
What?
Fake Profile.
No.
Guys, there's hella. All the time.
day in, day out, all day, every day.
There's like I do think we're having a sexual revolution on screen. And it's particular to
What
it
the
is
hell
like,
is that,
and it's specific to
What
South
the hell
Africa.
is- okay.
No, we're finally realizing that we can have sex on screen.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
I've seen some of your black booties,
Self-discovery.
men. Like, have you seen some of those scenes? I think it's a new thing, and we're really, really excited about it. But I also do think like, let's not run away from the fact. And you know that was with me today. Like I felt like our topic needed to be like the implications of just like having sex, you know,
Okay.
because with Western society, it's almost become a sport. So I went to Berlin,
Okay.
and I have never seen sex almost become like an Olympic.
Yes, and that exists.
For real?
Yeah.
Like there's so many
Like sex
levels.
Olympics.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it-
No,
God.
like there's weird things going on guys,
Yes.
in the world. Like there are weird things going on in the world.
Like that sport where they slap each other.
yeah, the one where
Oh,
they slap
yeah,
each
I've
other.
seen that.
There's one for sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. That's hectic. Okay.
No, but there is, guys. Am I lying?
That is so hectic.
With it.
Yeah.
And you know, there are implications for it. And I wanted us to talk about it here today.
Okay.
You know, I do think that we take sex very lightly. You know, but they're like just weird things happening around us. I believe sex is a commodity now. You know, it can be sold, it can be bought.
I bind.
Oh, you're getting number
But
one
what
in
are the
spending.
spiritual implications? What are the mental implications? Stuff like that, you know? And have you guys ever felt that, like, when was the point that you felt that sex wasn't everything?
Everything.
Because I'll tell you something, Slim. You and your species.
Yeah. Go.
No, for
Well,
real.
I'ma
Like
fight for
men,
them.
guys, honestly,
Yeah.
like men. I don't know if it's a way through a man's heart is through his stomach or through his,
Dick.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of both. I think it's a combination.
as well.
It's a Okay, you wanna
Yeah,
go?
Like what you said, but to add maybe cooking for the person, for your guy. It's like a whole thing for men, I think. Yeah. But with the whole, there's obviously implications. Like what is it called? Soul ties. It's a lot.
Can I ask, do you guys believe in soul ties?
Yes, I do.
Yo.
I dated somebody
What
and all my
happened?
shit
What
went
happened?
under. Like,
What?
all my shit went under. Like,
What do you
Fuga is
mean?
there, he's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
He'll tell you that the fucking intercom cut off. Like,
What do you mean? Like,
it's
what
such
do
a
you
long
mean?
fucking story, dog. Like, that nigga was so dark. Like, all my shit. Like, I would be swimming.
Okay.
Understand, you know?
Yeah.
Cruising.
Yeah.
You know,
Love
swimming.
it.
And then all of a sudden, it starts raining. Like, my life is going so well,
Wow,
dog.
yeah.
And then this guy, the minute I touch him, I'm with him, whatever, everything goes south. And the people who are close to me felt it. Where it was like,
Was it
"Ooh,
his
man."
energy? What's his
No,
personality?
I
like
think there's
what?
just some shit we don't know about him.
I've got a
Like,
question. What is a soul tie?
Oh my God.
that's a very good question,
Okay,
Mbali.
yeah.
Zah, would you like to answer as our moral card what a soul tie is?
Well, I'll simply put it, ne? If you sleep with someone who plays dirty or has a demon or has like a spirit that is not a clean one, that is going to stick with you if you sleep with that person. And I think actually, I hope I've answered you because I want to continue, right? I wanted to say, Uguti, I think just recently also it dawned on me that you could be with, or over time, 100 people, maybe let's say a year, right? If you're a person that just does your thing anyhow, recklessly, and be safe with the 100 people because somehow you are in lack of sleeping with clean 100 people. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
And then you could actually be with 3 people and just, or in a year, just sleep with maybe 2 or 3 people and be unlucky that one of them has this thing and it attaches. And I realize that actually that's scary because now, I'm not saying now you should just be reckless and go around just sleeping around. I'm just saying that it made me realize that this spirituality thing and the fact that sleeping with somebody is actually quite sacred. So when you move around in your walks of life and you meet, because I mean you date, you break up, and I mean you want love, so you're gonna try things out with different people. But if you are a good listener, even if you have many tries, because you are simply just trying and you listen to your spirit, you could duck for as long as you live, just having someone who will give you something where you have to go cleanse. And I thought that was so deep.
Can I
Right?
ask, it is. Can I ask, is a soul tie, can it only be a bad thing?
Absolutely
Out
not.
of-
No,
Can it
Can
be
it-
a good thing as well?
I think it
Okay,
can
I
be a
don't
good
know who
thing.
wants to answer this.
No, I won't answer this one, but
I
don't
really
think-
want to answer it
Yeah, go for it.
because I have the person that I'm with now, and I think I actually shared it with Zaim Bali earlier on, is somebody I've known for almost 10 years. So
Wow.
he actually reminded me at my birthday, reminded my mom actually. We had known each other for 10 years. He had gone around, messed with different people. I had gone around, messed with different people. But for some reason, we kept coming back together, right?
Sure.
And it's not just a sexual relationship. Like, there's like a bestie And him and I were even saying, like, it's such a sick thing because, like, there's a bestie, there's, like, a dad, there's a brother. For him, there's, like, a bestie, there's a mom, there's a sister, you know, and all those elements that you kind of have to check. And I think that soul tie was good because the outcome was good, you know. But I do think we need to not completely obliterate the fact that there are soul ties that are absolutely, like, detrimental.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
I don't want to say too much, but, like, I've even seen, like, in our industry, there'll be, like, a hun who dates, like, 4 or 5 niggas, and they all go and I'm just like, no. And maybe she's just like that. Like, maybe they're just like that powerful. But for me, like, whether the guy is right or wrong, the fact that there's something that's transpired that becomes a trend, I don't think we need to, like, outrule the fact that there could be, like, some external kind of, like, second, third realm issue at play.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I definitely agree that when it comes to soul ties, right, I do think it can be good and it can be bad. I think a lot of the time we've kind of, like, maybe it's what we see on screen, how we've been programmed. It's like, it's sort of like if you look at older people, it's dating or not dating. Like, we have so many other terms to do things that we don't have to call as dating. Like, you're vibing. It's a thing. I heard this thing called a sneaky link or some weird shit.
What is that?
Right? Like some one of my friends I was speaking to on Instagram, she was like, "Yo, no fam, I'm gonna hit you up later. My sneaky link is coming through." I said, "What in the world is that?
What is a sneaky link?
Tell us. Oh yeah.
Tell us.
I don't have one. Someone you're sneaking with. Sneaking with. Yeah. If you've got a boyfriend, in my understanding, yes, in my understanding, if you have a sneaky link, you have to have a boyfriend. You cannot have a sneaky link without a boyfriend because you're sneaking. The word is sneaky link.
So
but isn't it also someone that you don't want to be in public with? So you sneaking around with them.
Yes, exactly.
But you don't want
to. You don't want no one to see that nigga.
No.
Caught up and leave, nigga.
Exactly.
I can't believe you right now.
It's one of those. Okay.
Yeah, could be that.
All right.
So I think with all these different terms, right, it's easy to undervalue the point of what a relationship is supposed to be.
But
right?
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, so now I was just going to leave it at that to say, I think because of all these terms that we can now use to say, to actually not commit to something and say, I'm fully going into this thing for whatever reasons it may be, we can say, okay, cool, but now it's like, I'm just vibing with this person, or I'm just sneaky linking with this person, whatever the term is. I think that's contributed, it's one of the contributing factors to us not seeing a relationship as something serious, or even seeing a soul tie as something that is an actual thing, like connecting with someone spiritually.
I have a question. Do you think that you could only, like, sort of, this whole soul tie thing only works through sexual relation?
Yes, I was about to ask.
Chami, it works through food.
energy?
Mina.
Is it?
Chami, you know, no, for real. Okay, for anyone watching, Liso is like a food thing.
No, I know.
Duh.
Yeah.
Like, it's a food thing. If you know, you know.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
Forget about
Literally,
it.
if you know, you know. Yeah.
And this person, like, I also don't want to be shady because I like cooking, but, like, now I'm very cautious because even though I think it may not have done anything to me, there's somebody, like, I was seeing, and this person was under the, you know, friends talk.
Sure.
You know, like, once you break up, people come and tell you, you know, my boy was sprinkling some pepper on your shit, you know? And it was wild for me because I'm somebody who works hard. I get home, like, I just want to eat something, you know? Like, it's not even that deep for me. No, for real.
Yeah.
And he was sprinkling some pepper on my shit. You know, and the food was really nice, guys. Like, it was let me tell you, there's Liso, guys. Liso is nice. Like, Chomi, Liso is nice.
What?
And I'm only realizing because that guy, I would fight for him. I was like, yo, this guy can cook,
Ride or die.
bro.
Yeah.
This guy can cook. Like,
That's why guys shouldn't even be cooking in the first place.
I don't. Me, I'll never date a man that can cook better than me. After that,
Gigi,
his
yes.
friend Slim came to me and he was like, yo, nigga was sprinkling pepper on you. And I was just like, no, but I don't believe in that. But now, come to think of it, all the weird shit I was doing for him, it could have been working. It could have been working. Like,
Jeez.
You know,
the things I was doing.
It's so unfortunate because this is the part where I'm just going to throw it in. My conviction to what my belief is, right, is one thing my God has always taught me from the beginning. Whatever you do, make sure you bless your food. You can give thanks before you eat. Thank you, God, for food you eat, and may you bless it. Why? Why do you do that? Sometimes now it becomes like it's a routine, but there's a reason, there's something behind it. And that is so that if you eat, first of all, you are inviting the spirit, right? If you believe. Right? So I'll make an example. My dad used to believe, like, why shisimbepo, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but why needles? We all do, right? But he this one used to connect with him a lot. So if he dreams and the person will say, instead of going into sometimes he just has to cook. And then after cooking, he'd and then he'd speak, okay, pungaza, he'd call it, right? So I'm saying now, where some people's belief, which includes my belief, right? When I eat, I bless the food because I believe that in blessing it, I'm inviting a spirit, right, to eat with me. So
crazy.
that is why. So I've had instances where I've been to, and I'm not gonna say Makaya, even gonna licensing, but I wasn't feeling good even after eating. Not because per se I doubted before, but then maybe I'd find myself either wanting to throw up or going to the loo. Later I get the revelation that, oh no, the whole point of doing it is to make sure, Guti, in case, this is what he says, so that if maybe we are poisoned or right, or at least or it can come out the other way.
Jeez.
And I thought it was a mystery, it was a revelation, and I loved it. And I never stopped blessing food every single time I eat. It doesn't matter. And I was like, can I bless alcohol? That's how? Just drink, you know?
So guys, for this, do you have to be like spiritually aligned to be aware?
But
even with soul ties, you have to be spiritually aware.
Can I correct
because you are being
somebody?
awakened. So by what? The
But
spirit.
I also just want to correct something, Zion. I think it's something we've spoken about, right? Where I went Ngayo Twasa.
Right.
So the whole shebang, sleeping in a place for almost a year. You have to go look for a cell phone in the bush. I did everything, right? And I feel like Twasa with the best of the best.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Uza, sorry. Her form of Uktwasa is completely different, right?
Yeah.
And yours could be too. Let us stop denouncing kids because they didn't go to school. I believe that every African child is gifted.
Yes.
There is something, there's an intuition, there's just a spiritual innate character that we're all born with. You don't need to go to Twasa, you don't need to go stand around a fire and jump and wear beads and right? Because that's a different conversation. And I see a lot of people flexing on that shit. But the actual thing is, when you are spiritually gifted and when you've reached where, let's say like Avuga and I have spoken about, you'll know. I hate the fact that people now have started to think that you need to go your and leave hundreds and thousands of rands for somebody to do that for you. I have met people who didn't go your twasa like me, who are so powerful. They stayed at home, they dream, they do things, they say things, and they actually happen.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So alignment is, I feel, like an individual's choice.
Yeah.
You know? So I may have gone and ran with people in the bush. Vua could have sat on his own. And yet sometimes he would be more aligned than I am. Where he's like, gee, I really don't think you should be going to that club today, bro. Like, there's something I saw and then something happens.
But would you say that? Is that if that is spiritual or not? Because that was a question, and Vuga said, yes, it is. It's always spiritual. Would you say everything you just said now is spiritual?
Still spiritual, but let's take away the prerequisites
of
the
course.
presidencies of what makes it spiritual.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I have met people who have done the most atrocious things in society.
Sure.
And they're still more spiritual than me.
Yeah.
people who can pray now and say, yo, Lord, if you get me out of this, yo, I'll be forever grateful. And
Yeah.
they get out of it. And I can pray, would say, yo, can the next hit come? Can the next single come? Because, Lord, you know, I make an innocent, like, and an honest living. And it doesn't come. You know? So I just feel like the point I'm trying to make anyway is that, like, you acquiring your spiritual ability is not you having to go through anything
Initiation.
or an initiation or somebody telling you Mbali, go drink from this water, go
Yeah.
pee 7 times, then you stay away from this, and that's not how it
You
works.
just follow your spiritual
Yeah.
guide. You have to. Basically, spirituality is about being a good listener.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I that's not a decision. She won't make the decision on her own. If she believes on that, that's fine. But she believes that she has a guide and she has a spirit.
Yeah.
If something tells her now, bless this food or do this, she'll do it. If not, she won't. But sometimes something can tell her to do it, and she'll be like, no, this is not the right spirit.
Yeah.
Young told. So you always have to
That's deep.
listen and know the voice for you, because another voice can come in the voice of your
That's
guide.
what I was gonna ask. How do you know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
how
so
are you,
deep,
so
like-
how are you gonna
That's
know
where
what's
stillness comes in. It's a very long subject.
Oh, it's a journey.
But
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
but it's a journey. Exactly.
Nah.
It's a journey. You can't put a lid or a cap in spirituality. You learn every day. Literally.
Yeah.
So Gigi is 100% correct.
That sounds like a whole syllabus.
It's a journey.
And do you know what? Something that really disturbs me, right, is that the male. Oh, here we go again. Is that the male black voice? You guys are so into trending and like being cool, and you guys
Naturally.
have. I feel like a lot of men have forgotten their place in society.
Say
In the
again now?
sense that you guys have forgotten your place in society as African men.
As
And-
African men.
yes.
Okay.
And about the fact that you guys are the breadwinners. There are lots of things you're doing, but it's almost as if when we talk about spirituality, you're no
hurt
longer
yourself.
cool. You're no longer cool. Like, I've never really heard of you and your boys, for instance, Slim, like in an environment like this, or if you're in studio, if you're working, or if you're like engaging with spirits, engaging with God, engaging with wanting to know other than what is, you know. And I don't know
In
what the reason
conversation
is.
even.
Yeah, because then I also
You make a point. You make a lot of- you make a
because
big
then
point.
every time I've been to church as a child was because my mother took me to church. I was there with my brother. I was there with my sister, but my dad was never there.
That doesn't work.
You know what I'm saying? And as the head of the home, then it's like, who are you having these conversations with on spirituality? You're supposed to protect us. You're the head of the home. I believe I'm the neck of the home. Girl, I
Yeah,
do
girl,
a great job. I'm the neck of the home. But I mean, he's the head of the home. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
like, who are you listening to? If I'm listening to, you know, I'm going to church, I'm doing what I need to do, I'm reading scripture and whatever.
A spiritual
Like,
home.
You
Yeah.
and your boys cannot possibly be talking about that other slay queen who was trending the other day.
Yeah.
Like,
Shit.
what are you guys talking about?
Get you. Just guys in general or me?
You baby boo.
Okay, cool. I think me personally, like I'm a pretty spiritual person, right? I think you can tell from conversations that you have
Yeah,
with me, right? I'm a
totally,
pretty
yeah.
spiritual person. But I will say before I was spiritual as I am now, right? It was more in order to become spiritual, I think there is a certain level of inward that you need to look, right? And I think most of the time with everything that is around most men, we don't have the time to look inward, right? We're so busy doing all these things. It's like, as much as the dad probably wants to go to church and drop off, right? But he's like, yo, but there is still no bread at home. And somebody's got to do that, right? And as a provider and a protector, I have to go do that, right? So I don't think men don't want to be spiritual. I think now it's more common now actually than before,
Yeah.
right? But I think it's always been more of like of we show our value through practical things, through labor,
That
through
is true.
working, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like the man doesn't want to go to church. You'll find a lot of pastors that are men, right? Or if I'm getting it right.
Yes,
But
you are.
I think more than anything, it's just it takes a certain level of, even to become spiritual, right? I think there's a certain level of inward that you need to look at and say, okay, cool, I need to work on this, I need to work on this, I need to work on this. But I don't think the world allows us enough time to look inward.
Yeah.
Can I just add to what he's saying? What he's saying is very important, actually. Another thing is, you know, I always say sometimes to, believe it or not, I've got like people that sometimes I assist, I counsel, and then there are some people who feel like, oh snap, these people are aware, they've awakened. Mina, ungabi nefomo, because, and I'll tell you why. Allow the spirit to sort of reveal itself to you, present itself, and then you can have the awakening. Don't go digging. So in other words, what I'm saying is, you just made a perfect example, Uguti. Men show their spirituality by action, right? It was especially from back then, our fathers and whatnot. And then the woman would take their kids to church, right? But now I'm saying, now I think times have changed. But with men, and in fact, men are extreme. There's no middle lane. It's either you are
That's the
that
thing, though, right?
or you
That's
are
the
none
thing.
of it.
Yeah, very true.
You know,
very true.
But in JJ, what I'm actually basically saying is, there's spirituality is about listening, and I always say to people, don't want to awaken things ezilele maseko isikhathi izoyivukela lento. When if God is aligning you with such people, you have a role there. Or it's an exchange. You listen, and they listen to you, right? You can find an advisor or spiritualist might be friends with business people, somebody in the industry or business or that. But we are all sharing notes there because of whatever my experience is and what like my gifts, right? And that's what makes you guys like a unit. So I really feel what you're saying. It's true.
I have a question to ask. Have like any of the men been like with a woman and like after being with them, like things go downhill?
Soul ties.
I mean, because that's what we're talking about, right?
Soul ties.
Bro, yo.
Like, I don't know, like, is it no, but is it like a psychological thing, or is there something like really in the air?
Should I? I don't know. I'm not
He's like
sure.
popping his head like one of those Chinese dolls. Like, I don't know if I should.
You got a lot to say.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So to go back to the question,
Yeah.
Gigi. So correct me if I'm wrong. When we're looking at kings and queens, right? The role of the queen is to protect umsamo. Right? So usually, like, we don't like it's. That's why it's not maybe our thing. Also, I've had a girl where we're about to have sex and my dick is not rising.
Oh my God! He said the same thing.
Now,
he said the same thing.
Did.
Now here's the thing. I'll just to double up on that, right? There's a off-air conversation we're having, but I'm gonna try and bring it full circle, right? There's this notion where if a guy, right, has sex with a woman, right, and then after the sex, right, maybe 2 minutes, right, right, and the girl is like, yo, this guy was weak and this guy wasn't delivering, right? Hear me and hear me very carefully. Right? Hear me.
2 minutes and I just think
Hear
you're
me,
weak.
hear me very carefully, right? A conversation that's not had is a lot of the time, right? I don't know how often, but a lot of the time when that happens, spiritually the guy's not there, but he doesn't know how to get over, not like he doesn't know how to get over his ego. His ego is saying, yo, let's do this because she's hot, she's da 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 da. But spiritually he's not there, right? So what happens is the ego gets its rush, and then that 2 minute rush is done, and then the guy can't, because now he's back to reality, right? And he can't, no matter how hard he tries, he can't, because spiritually he knew to begin with, bro. This decision that I made did not come from a mental place.
Do you
It
see
came from-
why? Do you see why they say that shit is sacred? Because every single thing
Yeah.
counts.
Me, I'm the Jesus to the Lazarus. I get everything up, so this is not my conversation.
No, I want to add what you said, right? I'm going to add on that. Sometimes, like I said, this thing is spiritual. You cannot control this. Sometimes other niggas are really protected.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you're about to do that with the spirit
Yeah.
that is not on point,
Yeah.
shorty nice,
Yeah.
booty and everything,
Yeah.
bracket legs, all that,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay.
But your shit
is not aligned.
ain't aligned.
And
with
that's
them.
the
So-
thing, yeah.
Because it's not on you. It's not
Yeah.
I'll make a decision.
Yeah.
The mind wants to, but the spirit and your
Yeah.
body.
The mind is willing,
And-
but the flesh is unable.
and
There's a
yeah,
verse
and
like
that's
that.
the thing,
There's actually a verse like that in the Bible.
You feel
And-
Yeah.
Of course.
And that's
So-
the sorry, bro.
Okay.
I was gonna say, and that's the thing, right? The fact that we don't explore that there's different types of attraction, right? I can be physically attracted to you, but spiritually, I'm not attracted to you, right? There's different types of attraction. I'm
Wait a
being
minute.
for real.
Come
There
on.
is.
So are you
There
guys
is.
saying?
I'm saying there's different types of
Are you
attraction.
guys saying, manje, I can say, guys, Uncle Muhle Mara, spiritually. Nyanyisa.
Yes,
Mina
that's what they say.
manga.
That's what they say.
Bro.
That's what they say.
100%.
Spiritually, mina nyanyisa.
And because we are in spiritually, ngisengizofuna ukuthi ngisondele eduze wakhe, and I'm willing to go because it's spirit first before
Flesh.
Okay, got you.
But and then they're just all rounder people,
Yeah.
companies, everything.
Yeah.
I'm a
Right.
freaky link.
Prettiness, everything.
Can we bring it back to like friends? I'm sorry, I know we're talking about Clove, and clearly y'all get excited, like what Slim said, like this is a new revolution and shit for TV and stuff. But like, even I feel like even with friends, I have a friend or had a friend where it's like when they were around, yo guys, things were not going okay for me. I once dreamt of this person, like, and I mean Africans will kind of what is it called? Deconstruct it the way they want to deconstruct it. But like naked, the eyes rolling back, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know? And things were not going okay for me. And I had to cut that person off. And it wasn't easy because I became the bad person in the end. But it's something that like I really did not regret. Because when they left, I saw the difference in my life and things started moving okay. Like, are there spiritual energies that are also like attached to friends? Because I also feel like, especially with men, oh my god, you guys are like liars to each other. Like,
What do you mean, bro?
This
Whoa,
my broski,
whoa.
this my bro.
Yeah.
And then y'all wanna like fuck the same hands. Y'all wanna wear the same. Y'all wanna like rock the same chains.
Yeah.
Y'all wanna have the same hairstyles. Y'all like
That's
I feel like
is
I
it
feel like girls-
real? Oh, you guys are
I'll give you an
pretending.
example, right? I'll give you an example, and we were talking about it earlier on, right? Like, especially with female rappers, I know, like with us, like that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't like you, I don't fucking like you.
For sure.
With bros, y'all are gonna like you prepare a table in front of me and my enemy. You're going to eat that thing with your enemy, and your enemy has sprinkled pepper on it, and your enemy at the same time it's your friend, and it's just so fucking confusing. Like, do you guys actually acknowledge the fact like that? Like your friends also have like a spiritual energy that they carry, and sometimes it can exude into your relationships, your working space, how you appear to other people, and how you appear to yourself.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
with a lot of you guys are walking around like, yo, that's my bro. Like, it's so ridiculous.
But is
bro.
he really your bro?
I mean,
He's not your bro. Like, he's not your bro. And
Yeah.
as a queen who protects my king, like, I'm very passionate about that. Like, I will call him out on some bros, like, where I'm just like, that nigga is not okay for you.
Yeah.
And I won't even know what's happening until, like, shit pops off. Then he's like, yo, baby, do you know what this nigga did to me?
yeah.
You know? And I think it also goes back to what I'm saying, that spiritually, you guys are not having the conversation that you're
Yes.
having. As a woman,
Yeah.
I don't mind rolling
100%.
alone, knowing that it's for my man, for my kids, for my sisters, for my like. But for you guys, it's almost like there's
A
this
group.
camaraderie, and then men,
Men,
you guys are lawyering each other.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are wishing the worst on each other. You guys are poisoning each other.
come on,
You guys are doing the
come
worst. And I'm
on.
sitting there and I'm just like, bro, as the Han, they call us Delilah, they call us Eve, they call us Jezebel.
Hey.
And we're the ones who take the bullets,
As
bro.
in,
When who wants a nigga who's a lame? I don't want a nigga who's a lame. Man, nigga, we are card strategy. Man, nigga, they must know this is Chichi's man. You understand? There's no way I'd want something bad for you, bro.
Yes.
But even if you tell them, they're sitting around with Kumbuzo. It's my boy.
Yes.
We are drinking together.
Kumbuzo is in
And then you
trouble.
can
I
see,
need to
bro,
help
this
him.
Kumbuzo guy.
Yeah.
You don't. Kumbuzo doesn't have a tender, or Kumbuzo doesn't have. MustbeDubz is with us, guys. Shout out. He doesn't have a music project that he needs to submit
Yeah.
to Spotify. He doesn't have, and I'm like, baby, wake up. You need to, Kumbuzo and I, we jamming today. You understand? Are you a lady? You wouldn't
this
understand. That shit hacks me, bro.
Just like in nje nidlala PlayStation all
Yeah.
day every day. Mensuka lapha nodlala basketball, you talk about honeys, You call certain people where the girls at.
But your bros don't want what's best for you. And I don't know if it's like a biblical thing to add on to you, like what you're saying, where it's like Eve was evil, Delilah was evil, you know, all of them. But it's like your boy, dog, your boy is sitting there.
Right there next to you.
You do everything.
He
doesn't tell you go home and sleep. He doesn't tell you do this, do that. Like,
And
like I
girls
also
do that
feel like
for
it's
each
a
other
forward
if
thinking.
they like each other.
Yeah. No, if they like each other,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, a lot of y'all are walking around, you don't know where you really at, top, bottom, front, center, you know. That's another conversation. But my chat is that it's almost as if the relationship in itself has been criminalized, where if your wifey calls out something, she's already like, she doesn't want you to have fun.
The bad guy.
You know, bro, we out here. And it's like, he wants to be you, dog. Like, can you listen to me? You know? So spiritually, where does the conversation come in with you and your friends, then?
Sometimes it's not about the person next to you. Let's say spiritually, the guy might be used as a vessel to distract the person, you, so that you won't go to your wife. Anybody can be that. So the spirit, whatever the opposite spirit, can whisper to the homie, and the homie can be the bad person, but the homie is not spiritually inclined or aligned. He doesn't understand.
He doesn't even know he's being
He
used.
doesn't know
Yeah.
he's being used.
Yeah, I agree.
Facts.
You
I agree.
as
Facts.
the person.
That's
So
true.
Facts.
I agree.
that is what we actually go through as
Yeah,
people.
actually, also as men as well as people, but maybe that's another element to why men can be the way that they are. Because again, he just explained ukuthi umsamo into abantu besifazane. And it's
I
a
like
thing,
that.
guys.
I like that. Yeah.
So that's true.
Niggas
That's
don't
true.
pray, niggas don't do anything.
They don't,
Niggas
exactly.
just wanna go and get bitches. You feel me? And which is just distraction.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. I'm quite heated up. Can we get something else from the Shabine before we call MustbeDubz? Are we cool with that? Ooh, slim.
Okay, cool. So this question is basically asking, is there such a thing as oversharing in a relationship?
Yes. Yes.
Is there such a thing as
Yep.
oversharing?
Yep. He gonna use that shit on you.
What?
He gonna
Yeah.
he gonna use
hearing him
Gigi.
complain.
I just feel like you guys are not fair.
in the words of Titanic, a woman's heart is like an ocean, many secrets. Mina, I refuse.
What?
Mina, I don't just. You guys just go talk on the
No,
pillow.
but you guys are not fair.
No,
What do you
but
mean?
wait. Okay, speak,
yeah,
Mali.
no,
Mali, let
yo,
Mali
No, I'm
yeah,
not speaking. You
No,
guys,
you speak.
No, I'm not speaking. But I'm just saying, you guys are in a relationship. I've never been in one, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
You guys are not
Starting
fair.
again.
Where's Dubz, bro? Where's Dubz?
Then when they come for you,
Dubz in the
then when
car,
they come in,
I don't know what you guys are talking
Dubz is in the car. Dubz is about to pull up.
Dubz
He's in the
about
car.
to. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm asking, right? Is there? I'll say from guys, right?
Yeah.
I will go. I'm always with you. Like,
Yeah.
At this point, I'm like, yo, fam, I'm going the other way, right? 95% of the time,
You go over shit.
guys don't but
Yeah.
but me unpredictable. Always. I gotta stay unpredictable. I have to, right? Because I've seen how a predictable nigga looks, bro. And I've seen how the Han talks about Akapoli told. I know he's gonna go do this, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do it. Like,
No.
Yeah.
bro.
Even the guy who's fucking
I'm
up is
like,
predictable.
I cannot be that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot be. So, I think oversharing is
Sure.
part of being, or contributes to being predictable.
Yeah.
Right? Me, I don't believe in oversharing. The less you know, the better.
Better, bro.
Added to the fact, right? When I do share, right? And no gender. When a guy does share, right? I can tell you that this is what I'm going through. Yo, babe, you know I'm going through this financially. I'm going through this, but I'm gonna be good. Let us fight, bro.
Broke ass
No, you
nigga,
broke
you
ass
ain't got
nigga.
shit, nigga. Nigga, I'm out here paying for my own shit. You ain't say shit. Yeah, you that nigga. What? I'm not
That's why your
shit. I'll ask you for shit. Don't be out here whispering in my ear, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you,
Broke ass nigga. You know how you are.
Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck
You
you,
know how you
nigga.
guys are. You know how you guys are.
No.
That sounds some
You
Kendrick
know,
Lamar for real.
as soon as
Broke ass nigga.
As soon as we're not cool,
We
right?
start singing.
All those pillow chats.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Me, I know this one.
Yeah.
No, I have to agree. Like, I think, okay, for me.
Why are
it's
you
not
guys
worth
like
it.
that? Why?
Like
Why? I pour.
Firstly,
I
Slim,
pour my soul,
I don't
bro.
overshare. Firstly,
Okay.
I don't overshare.
Okay.
Right?
No.
Because I don't trust niggas. Look at Ghana. Y'all the ones that are out here putting niggas under the bus.
There was one guy.
Yo, all I'm saying is that niggas are the ones that are having other niggas in the penitentiary right now, to me.
That's right.
They're the ones ratting on each other.
Yes.
Me, I don't trust me. I would rather trust his wife over his
Yes,
nigga.
and just like
Right
Rosemary,
now.
they're busy calling hits
You
on each
understand?
other.
Rosemary.
That's right.
Rosemary, like, Chummy, you really rather trust your boy? No, your girl or your boy, whatever, whoever you're dating, over your friend. Like, honestly, like, that Ghana situation just told me that, like, you must name.
Ghana's, which one? I don't know.
Someone had to go make the money.
You can never.
Someone had to go make the money.
No matter how hard he
Ghana.
makes
Go
me
make
come,
the
dog.
money.
Kidding.
No matter how hard you make me come, me, I won't.
You won't overshare.
Never. Whomster.
Can
You.
you know?
I will never.
You know what oversharing
Okay.
has done to me? Angazi kanjani. Sometimes I just feel like I attract hands who are
Oversharers.
extremely insecure, right? But they have a way, very ladylike. No, I'm attracted to those to hide it. So I might be sitting with someone and I could talk about Gigi, like, and I'm mindful of what I'm saying about her.
I know y'all get me into a lot of trouble.
And I'm just saying, good. No, I'm going to meet up with a friend. So oh, love last week. Yes, ungeza babes. Yabo. But even if it's about education, and I'm a woman, right? At the end of the day, women don't want you to talk about the same. In the queer community,
Yeah.
put it that way. We're both women at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I'm now just talking about Mbali. And remember, I'm not talking too much about Mbali, even in gossip, even if we're sharing something. But I might be just saying one or two things, and kind of secretly that person has an insecurity about that person.
Okay.
And then
Gotcha.
2 months down the line, I have something good to say about it. Or maybe I'm gossiping about somebody. And I'm not necessarily saying anything bad. If it's a friend. If it's not a friend, we're just chatting. But it can come back when you overshare. Like you were saying. Exact same thing. It'll come back and it will bite you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you didn't even say anything epidai or anything like that. But you just set yourself up for failure in the letter.
So would you guys say the oversharing, like, it's a no-no in relationships, friendships? It's just in general
I think in
oversharing?
general, guys.
Period.
Yeah.
Were they born
Everywhere.
with you? As far as I know, in my mother's house, I was renting alone in our womb. I have no time to be sharing with people. Period. Like, no, for real. Like, listen, there's some things that I know I'm a die knowing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with it. And I just feel like sometimes y'all spew because you get excited, and that shit fucks you over in the end. All I'm saying is I'm nice where
Let's
I am.
open it to the floor. How do you guys feel about oversharing?
I don't even tell them how much I make.
Oh, man.
For real.
Must be.
It's a no-no. It's a no-no.
So
Yo, guys,
oversharing is a no-no.
It does sound like we have trust issues, though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Right? It does sound like nobody say, so no one believes in oversharing with the
Never.
right person.
For what?
With the right person.
Who's the right person?
I'm telling you.
Who's the right
At the end of
person?
the day, black taxi again, no way. It's like, I'm good. It's a no-no. And
Exactly. Oh my God, our parents do that, right?
It doesn't come through, bro.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what factor it is, whether it's relationships, friendships, you don't overshare.
never.
Announce your moves. Don't say.
And okay,
Move
then I'll ask us,
silently.
at what point is it oversharing? Is oversharing talking about something before it happens? Is oversharing talking about something after it happens and over talking about it? At what point would you consider it oversharing?
I just feel
Can
like
be both.
sometimes you always know. Because in the moment of saying something, yeah, but you have that. Okay, and then babes,
gone too far.
Yeah, but you
I've gone
will
too far.
speak.
Yeah,
you
I've gone
always
too
know
far.
because you can't really sort of like try and measure because it also depends on who you're speaking to. Yeah, here's the thing. Sure, you can speak to someone you trust with everything.
Comrade, me, I date degenerates. I don't trust. I don't trust anyone. I constantly feel like they're spies, you know? Yeah. South Africa has been grey listed. It
has.
Talk. I'm very scared.
Mark your words.
I'm very scared. I'm a political hand. I don't just. Like for real, I don't judge.
I
Me,
know you don't.
Mine, you know I don't share.
don't.
Me, it's, baby, I love you. Come, let me talk to you.
I know you.
Jamie, you know me to the grave, to the grave. I just feel like y'all get so carried away, and then when shit pops up on
Excited.
social media, we need to be taking sides, and it's boring as fuck. Like it's really boring as fuck. So just keep everything in your
To
chest.
yourself.
I know somebody said it's an absolute no, but you know what's a yes. Are you guys ready for Must Be Done?
Yeah,
Coming to you in part 2. See you.
That's my point of view.